Eric, I filmed my phone, and welcome to another video. Today we're re-listening to the iconic Janelle Monáe Dirty Computer album that came out in 2018, and I remember listening to this album. It got nominated for Album of the Year. At that time, it was like the album that I knew going into the Grammys, so I was hoping it would win. Golden Hour ultimately won. I did do a re-listening to that like recently, but unfortunately the video just didn't save, so unfortunately I don't have that for y'all. But like, I ended up really liking that album too, and I really do like Dirty Computer. I think it's a good body of work and could also easily won. But today I figured, let's re-listen to this awesome work. So here are the songs that are ones that I favorited before. I don't remember much of them off the top of my head. A lot of them I won't remember what they sound like. The songs like I Like That, Pynk, those kinds of songs are gonna be the ones I remember, the singles. Like I do with all my reactions and re-listens to Black artists, this video, if it ever gets monetized, all the proceeds will go to Black Lives Matter or a similar charity, depending on the need at the time. Just, that's just what I do. So with all that said, let's just get into it. Track number 1 is Dirty Computer, the album title, featuring Brian Wilson. Forgot we start a cappella. Ooh, that percussion just coming in. We're ready for an album. Ooh, I like this bass and percussion combo. It really works. It allows me to focus on her vocals but still get into this nice little groove. I like that crescendo that we just went through. So that was a Dirty Computer, and I just realized that Janelle Monáe's music, I kind of remember from the Arch Android, I do listen to that album pretty regularly, that a lot of the music just flows into the next song. And so it's going to be a little awkward, transitioning and stopping, to talk about the song. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Maybe I'm just not in the right headspace to comprehend lyrics, but I'm sure it's deep. I know it's a concept album, and I don't fully know the whole context around it. I know that I'll appreciate it more once I understand that concept, but I really do prioritize listening through the music itself and also just relating that, even if it's a concept, just to my own personal life. But yeah, overall, just a lovely opener to start. Track number 2 is Crazy Classic Life, and I think we started with some MLK actually. I think this is either MLK or it's someone impersonating something that he would have said. It sounds like his voice though. Oh, I forgot those synths came out of nowhere. Oh, did you hear how that came in? Beautiful. I'm in America's Nightmare. I'm the American Dream. Wow. This gives me some 2000s nostalgia. I don't know what album, artist, or song, but it feels a little throwbacky. I want a crazy classic life. Pulling back a little bit. I forgot that Janelle could definitely rap. Remember when they said I was too black for you? Yikes. So that was Crazy Classic Life, and honestly, I enjoyed that. It was nice to hear it in a different, more isolated space. I feel like oftentimes I would listen to this album while doing other things, and so listening to that and getting to just vibe to it, it's a really nice, chill, throwback kind of sound with also the progressive vocals, but I'm getting caught in this wave of percussion, some nice synths. It's just nice, and it's definitely creating a nice vibe to this album that I'm going to appreciate, I think, more this listen than I have previously. Track number 3 is Take a Bite. The transition into this song from the previous song, immaculate. Ooh, I like that. Speaking, I tell no lies. Ooh, I like the claps. Ooh, I like how that guitar came in. Lovely. That clapping makes me think of Levitating off of Future Nostalgia. Like, I know this came out before then, but it's a nice structure in the percussion. I like the maybe she's right with the therapist telling her that maybe you're the problem. Till you're numb? Yikes. Just take a bite. Oh, I like the whisper high singing there. Just help yourself. Oh, I like that crescendo in her voice. So that was Take a Bite, and again, another just track to groove to. Yeah, this is really not going to be a lyrical relisten in terms of that. I'm just not in the headspace to be looking up all of these lyrics and what the whole concept is. I know that Janelle is brilliant, and I'm sure information on that is available elsewhere. But ooh, I'm just grooving. I just fully appreciate a lot of her sonic choices, just like those crescendos at certain points, those little flourishes. Like, she thinks of everything, and I think that's been clear from her work day one, and it's clear now. And it's really cool to see her evolve, but still have the strengths of what made her strong and a force to be reckoned with in the first place. Track number 4 is Jane's Dream. It's only about like 19 seconds, so that will lead directly into track 5, which is Screwed, featuring Zoë Kravitz. I'm not gonna stop in between, and we'll just talk about both of them after I finish. Oh, I like the interesting flourishes there. That wasn't the smoothest transition that she's had so far, but it's still rather smooth. Oh, she followed through with the clapping that was on Take a Bite. Like, it's here again. There's, like, you know, it's like that Sweet model where there's some motifs that come out throughout the album. Oh, I like how that just finished coming in. Bringing back this party sound. I think I do remember this song, and it's just really enjoyable and fun. This again feels very throwbacky, very rhythm and bass heavy. Okay. Oh, did you hear the giggle? Love that. We'll do it all for fun. Oh, this electric guitar lead. Ooh. Power, it's just sex. I like this bridge. There's a lot of meaning of it. Now ask yourself who's screwing who. Deep thinking. You F the world up now, we'll F the world back down. Interesting. Generational message. Voice of the younger generation. More giggling. Love that. No power, it's just sex. Screw me, I screw you too. Oh, forgot this rap at the end. Really forgot that. So that was Jane's Dream and Screwed. Don't really have a lot to say about Jane's Dream. It's 18 seconds and it's pretty small in terms of sense. Like, she could have probably added it to either the previous song or the following song and it would have been fine. Or you could probably just cut it, but like, you know, all respect Janelle's vision. In terms of Screwed, a bop, like, it's just a fun song. I mean, very political, obviously. It's talking about how our society is, like, hypersexualized. Like, everything is sex. Wow. like there's a message there when you say something like that in a song. And like I like the idea of it being like, oh, Voice of a Generation, you screw the entire world up. That's not just the definition of, you know, like having sex with them. It's actually just, you know, also like these older generations like that are in power are ruining the possibility of success for future generations. And so it's kind of like that rising up thing. And I guess in 2020 this hits different than maybe it would have for me in 2018. So I appreciate her message on it. And also you can also just dance to it, which is always a good time. Like I think I've said before, I really like political messages in songs. I think they're even better when the songs are catchy as heck. And this song is very catchy and I really appreciate it. Track number 6 is Django Jane. Seems like we're just continuing where we were with Screwed, but kind of doing this nice fade out. Oh, welcome back. Remember when they said that I looked too mad about the idea of like an angry black woman? Ooh, I like that line. So that was Django Jane, and I quite enjoyed that one. I really forgot that song entirely, and I like it because, I mean, I'm not used to hearing Janelle do rap for a very extended period of time, and so hearing that was really interesting and exciting for me to listen to. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything that she just said, and I'm sure there's a lot packed into those 3 minutes, but like overall it's like her discussions on being a woman and being black, and specifically being a black woman, and the intersections between that, because it's not just like, oh, you get discriminated against for being black or discriminated against for being a woman. You also can get discriminated against for being a black woman, and especially a black woman who's also queer as well, which I'm sure we'll talk about in future songs. But like, it's nice to hear her cadence because it sounds really good, and it's exciting to hear her speak as someone who is from a group that often doesn't get a voice. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. I'm excited to re-listen and look at the lyrics of that, because there's a lot going on in there, and I don't know exactly what all I just experienced, but I know I thoroughly enjoyed it. Track number 7 is Pynk featuring Grimes. This feels very minimalist compared to where we had been before. I have heard this song before, but now I'm just listening, I guess, more for message, as well as I really don't recall where Grimes is in this song. Yeah, 'cause boy, it's cool if you like blue. We got the pink. Pink is where all of it starts. Crazy. That is a little crazy. One fall through the stars, getting lost in the dark is my favorite part. You like blue, we got the pink. This fade out of the instrumentation and it just being the vocals, a nice touch. So that was Pynk, and I had to go check because I still couldn't hear Grimes, and apparently there's like a couple flourishes where Grimes either doubles Janelle's part, or I think there's like 2 lines where she sings it entirely. So very subtle touches from Grimes, but you know, good for her, I guess, for being on this track. I really love the pre-chorus and the chorus of this song. They get me grooving. I love the message of the song, you know, that women are amazing. They got the pink, not gonna explain it here, look it up. Just overall love the message and the sonics of the pre-chorus and chorus. The verses, I don't know, there's something about it that I still am never quite sure if I enjoy it. It's like just so like delicate and very small production wise, and I don't know, there's something that feels off for me, not like off in production, just off in how it goes through my system. And maybe it's because the song isn't made for me, obviously, but like, I don't know. I really just don't know. I like the song message wise. I think it's catchy and it says a lot, which I think is a great feminist anthem, especially a queer feminist anthem. Love that. Like, I don't know. I think I need to keep listening to Pynk more in order to know if I am okay with the verses, because I know I love the rest of the song and I just need to like vibe with it, I think, a little bit more. Track number 8 is Make Me Feel, a song I definitely have heard, a song I definitely enjoy. This song is actually what my dance group often warms up to. It's a good song to warm up to. Yeah, baby, don't make me spell it out for you. It's like I'm powerful with a little bit of tender. I love this pre-chorus. It gets you really hype and it adds this rock element to it that you might not have expected from this album. So good, so good, so good. Oh, that guitar coming back in. I always forget about it. I always love when I see that it happens. There's nothing better. Oh, that production, love it so much. I love how we go between maximalist and minimalist on this song. It combines the styles really well, and I think it makes the song a lot better. It gives this different character throughout it, but it doesn't feel like two separate songs. Like, it still feels very cohesive. So that was Make Me Feel. Love that song. Just a bop altogether. I believe Prince like helped with some of the production on that, and it sounds good. Like, it really just sounds good. That rock inspiration is just so good, but then you have this nice like minimalist sound that goes throughout it as well, and I think it gives a lot of character to the song. Lyrics are great, the message is great, I enjoy it. It's a queer anthem. We stan it, we love it. Like, yeah, let's move on. Track number 9 is I Got the Juice featuring Pharrell Williams. I don't recall that bark. Oh, this feels very like 2000s hip hop. It sounds really cool. Hound dog. Hound dog. Oh, we're crescendoing with this. Oh. Yeah, you got the juice. Yeah, you do. This song is juicy. This is a mix of hip hop and like her singing style. So I appreciate this mix of it. It's cool. It's innovative. I forgot that Pharrell was actually gonna speak in this, you know? Oh, I'm not really that much of a snap. It didn't feel like it was on beat. Y'all hear that? If you try to grab this cat, it grabs you back. Oh, it just said Dirty Computer again. Recurring motif. Cohesive album. So that was I Got the Juice. A bop? Like, I forgot this song existed. Where was I when this song was playing? I must have been really distracted because I really forgot this song existed. And it's really enjoyable. It's a bop. I kind of wish Pharrell didn't have a feature because I assume he also produced this song and the production on it is incredible. So good job, Pharrell, and or whoever else helped with the production on it, because it sounds so good. And I loved all of Janelle's parts. But I feel like this song feels like an empowering, low-key a feminist anthem. And so I don't want to hear a man on it. Like, low key. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything wrong with what Pharrell's like feature is. It's just like, I don't want a feature on this song, if that makes sense. But overall, a good time. Dang, she's making a stance now. We had Make Me Feel. Now we have this song. And I think we're going into I Like That next. So that's a song. I guess it's slower, not really as much of a dance song, but like, she really is not giving us a break. Track number 10 is I Like That, a song I love. Hey, I'm the random man, I know you hearing major songs, and I like that. And I like that lyric. That's a good lyric. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. I little rough around the edges, but I keep it smooth. I like how she's belting out this instead of how she originally delivered it in the first pre-chorus. It gives a little bit of dynamicness to this song. Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. That was all I knew. Do you remember? You rated me a 6. I was like, damn. I'm sorry, that line makes me laugh. Banger, banger, banger. So that was I Like That. And I don't just like that. I love that. It's a nice chill track, but it's just a fun song because it's reveling in your independence and self-love and self-appreciation and self-assertiveness and not changing who you are because certain people don't like that. Like, you are that chick or you are that boy, like, work it, you know, own it, flaunt it, like, and I really like that message, and I think it's a good message, and I think it also calms us down a little bit from some of the more dance-heavy songs that we've had just a few tracks ago. Track number 11 is Don't Judge Me. Feels like there's some atmospheric sound in the background. Feels a little grittier. I know I have issues with I Drown When I Kiss You. Aww. Even though that you say you love me, I think that you just love my disguise. Wow. It kind of goes back to some themes that we had on Such Pretty Forks in the Road with like Pedestal. Yeah, yikes. This still continues to have that chill vibe that I Like That has. I feel like I'm hearing some motifs from that short Jane's Dream from earlier in this part here. So that was Don't Judge Me, and that was a long, chill song. Like, I feel like you could find that song on like a Chill Beats to Study To playlist that does have lyrics on it. And like, I think that's how I feel about the song, is that I ended up like checking out a little bit just because it's chill, it's mellow, like there's some like themes in there that are like interesting to talk about, but like overall, like it's, you know, the longest track on the album, and it feels long also, especially coming towards the later end. And it doesn't keep me as engaged as some other songs have. Like, it's a song that, like, I could enjoy, like, again, listening to it, like, as, like, background noise. But would I probably choose to put it on? Like, would I be like, oh, I really want to hear this song again? Like, probably not as much as some other tracks on this album. Track number 12 is Stevie's Dream. That's just under a minute, so that's gonna go right into So Afraid, which is track number 13. Oh, I like this guitar. Is that Stevie Wonder? Is that who Stevie's Dream is about? Because this is definitely not Janelle talking. I feel like Stevie's Dream and So Afraid don't necessarily cohesively just transition as much as I thought they would. Ugh, corporations. Oh, I like this I part. Myself, I'm fine in my shell. That hits different in 2020. Ooh, I like her belting it out. Sounds great. Afraid of loving you. Wow, this is a pretty outro. So that was So Afraid, and I enjoyed that one. Like, it's about being afraid of the world and afraid of love and, just being so afraid. We get to hear some vulnerability from someone who before was just like, I don't really care what anyone thinks. Like, I'm just vibing. Like, I'll do what I want because I can. I got the juice, all that stuff. And, like, this song, I mean, I guess in tandem with Don't Judge Me, is showing, hi, I feel more vulnerable. And I think I appreciate that. It makes the record much more well-rounded. I also really like where she belts. Like, that shows that she still has power in her vulnerability. And I like that dichotomy. Track number 14, last track on this album, Americans. I feel like she's gonna call out some people here. Me, maybe? Oh, that drop, incredible. And now she's saying war is sex, sex is power from Screwed. The connections. I'm not crazy, baby, I'm American. Are those not synonyms at this point? This feels patriotic, and it's not like this type of patriotism that you might think of. Is this MLK again? But now talking about other types of discrimination that occur other than racism. Love me for who I am. Crazy, baby. No, I'm American. You sign your name on the dotted line? Interesting. So that was Americans, and wow, what a banger to round out this album. Like, I couldn't help but dance to it, even though she's just spitting absolute truth about America. And that sample of the "This is not my America," it was geniusly placed, because I feel like oftentimes when we place in like a spoken word component, like, you can kind of get the message of what the song is from it, but sometimes it doesn't link cohesively with the song, and it feels very much a part of the song, if that makes sense. Like, it does feel like it's warranted there. It doesn't feel out of place, and I overall enjoy it. As an American, like, I definitely see what she's talking about. The sexism, the racism, like, none of it actually makes sense why it exists. I don't get it, like, why it exists. Not in the, oh, I don't see color, or I don't see sexism. Like, I see those, and I don't understand why white men chose to oppress people. Like, what? Why? Like, why does that help you in any way? Like, you could be friends and we could all thrive together. Like, I don't get why people hold so much hate in their heart. Doesn't make sense to me. But the song itself is a jam. It's a great way to close out this album. Wakes you up, I guess, from some of the slower songs that we had been dealing with. So I like it. With that, we have finished this album, and I really enjoyed the experience that we went on today. Like, I was actually listening to Arch Android right before this. I know that she's had other works that come out since then, and like, maybe it might be nice to, like, go in chronological order. But it was nice because I know that this concept album is different than some of her previous ones, which are all suites for like a similar story. And I like this story. Like, I can't say that like I know exactly what it's about. I'm attributing most of it to how the world is right now. Like with Americans, it's like, oh yeah, I see the problems in America kind of thing. Or with like Pynk or Make Me Feel, I'm like, yeah, I see the LGBTQ plus representation there. Like, I like that. But I can't say, oh, I know cohesively what this narrative is. And that's not on Janelle, that's on, she came up with a lot of cool sonics that I feel like distract from her message. Not in a way that's like, oh, her message is unclear and you can't find it. But you can either be someone who really loves instrumentation and really enjoy this record, or you can listen to lyrics and really enjoy those. And I think I ended up today choosing sonics, and maybe another day I would do lyrics as well. And as I'm editing, I'm sure I'm going to be listening to this album more and more, and so its messages will become even more abundant. With that said, here are my favorites. So top tier are absolute standouts. Second tier is I like the song, it's getting added to my playlist, just not a standout. And then the bottom tier is not really my thing. It means maybe it was too short for me to fully appreciate it, or it's just a song I wouldn't turn on as much as some other songs on this album. Doesn't mean it's a bad song. It can be your favorite song. It just is probably not mine. If you like this video, please like it. Please comment down below with what you'd like me to react or listen to. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be. And thanks for watching. This is Turtle Stormer. Catch you later.
It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles, don't need to know why. Smile big, open your eyes. It's storming turtles, from out of the sky. Turtles, don't need to know why. Smile big, open your eyes.